Yo, yo, yo. Today, guys, I want to talk to you about languages and why it is the most overpowered superpower you can ever learn in life. Today, I decided to go with a slightly more serious presentation theme, and well, let me know what you think of it. And with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, so perk numero uno. It will allow you to open doors others could only dream of. So imagine you want to work in Spain or study there. Well, it turns out that many countries won't give you a job just because you don't speak the local language. And it makes perfect sense. I mean, imagine you want to work in retail, right? Well, you gotta know at least some Spanish to be able to speak to the clients, right? So it makes perfect sense why they wouldn't hire you. And it's the same with studying abroad. Unfortunately, not all classes are in English, so you're definitely missing out on some. Second thing is that it is an incredibly valuable thing to have on your CV. Whenever you're applying for any job, showing that you know a bunch of languages could be what makes them choose you over any other person. Once again, makes perfect sense. It just shows that you are more qualified, that you have more culture, and that you're a higher level person. So that's why they will choose you. And well, this feeling that you're provided when you learn a language and when you learn multiple languages is incredible because you're not stuck in one country anymore. It is so freeing and powerful to be able to go anywhere in the world with no language barriers or small language barriers. It's absolutely something that everybody should feel at least once in their life. All right, so next up, perk numero dos. Develop a vibrant social circle. Well, whenever you learn a new language, it is absolutely culturally elevating. What do we mean by that? Well, the amount of wisdom and knowledge that you can access just by learning a new language is incredible. You discover new places, new foods, new traditions, and so much more. So this will obviously put you at a much higher level than you were at before. And so, being more culturally educated will allow you to meet other high-level individuals. The simple fact that you speak multiple languages screams, this guy is interesting and he's going places. And so, while we say opposites attract each other, we also say that people who are similar to each other attract each other. It makes perfect sense. Finally, people treat you better if you try speaking their native language, and that is especially true with smaller countries. So, for example, I'm half Lithuanian, and Lithuania is a small country. So, if we see a foreigner simply trying to speak it, not even like properly speaking, but just giving an attempt, we're going to be super happy and we're much more likely to want to speak with him more, show him around, make friends with him. So, gents, whenever you visit Lithuania, keep in mind that we have a lot of beautiful women there, and that the best way, or one of the best ways into their hearts, is speaking our language. Keep that in mind, boys. All right, so perk número tres. So, I was just talking about how it could be very useful to speak new languages when you're interacting with women. Well, I just want to stress on that fact because it really is like a secret, underrated weapon to impress them. Just because you learn a new language and speak it, you actually may start being liked by a certain woman much more. What do I mean by that? Well, imagine you take a girl out to a French restaurant because she told you that she's crazy about French culture. The waiter comes in and you tell him, Je prendrai une entrecôte et pour mademoiselle, ça sera un bœuf bourguignon, s'il vous plaît. Imagine the impression you're going to leave on her. She's going to go crazy over you now. So, definitely something to keep in mind. And well, same logic with compliments, really. If you give her compliments in the foreign language that she's obsessed about, let's just take Italian now, for example. So tell her, say molto bella, and she will definitely remember that. She will love that shit. So by now, hopefully, I've convinced you enough that it's quite powerful to learn a new language. So here's a few suggestions of how I would do it if I wanted to learn a new language from scratch. Well, first of all, you can start using Duolingo or any language app. It's quite simple, it's free, and it's not a big time investment. You can do, let's say, 10 minutes per day, and you will see results in months, and you will see some significant enough results. For example, I'm taking right now some Russian classes and some Italian classes on Duolingo. This allows me to maintain my level and maybe even slightly increase it. Now, if you want to take it a step further, obviously the best thing to do is to take lessons, actual private lessons, or maybe in your uni if you're a student. Some proper lessons will give you exercises, you will speak much more, and you will be working for a longer time, so obviously your level will go up much faster. But honestly, you can actually be fine without doing that. What you can do is start reading in a certain language, or if that's too difficult, start by watching movies and shows in that language. Or if you want to make it even simpler, you can watch the movie in, let's say, Spanish or Russian or Italian, whatever, and you watch the subtitles in English or your native language for that matter. So you will understand everything, and little by little, you will start associating words and their meanings, and you will start to pick up on stuff. So, for example, I'm a huge anime fan, and a few years ago, I was actually learning Japanese with a proper teacher in private lessons, and I went pretty far. I actually managed to learn Japanese pretty correctly, like to the level where I could like introduce myself and like understand people talking. And the sole thing that allowed me to maintain some of my level is just because I watched some anime, really like, and I understand that the anime that they speak the Japanese that they speak, sorry, in anime is different from the one we hear in Japan. I get that, but it's allowed me to maintain some of that level, and I'm pretty confident that, let's say, if I teleported to Japan right now, I would be able to some way somehow exchange with people and just get my way around. Finally, the biggest leap and maybe the most effective thing you can do in learning a new language is, well, going on a trip or an exchange to a country that speaks the language. Well, obviously, if you surround yourself, and I mean expose yourself to an environment where people speak only that one language, you are forced kind of to learn it, and very quickly you will see big results. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this small introduction on why learning languages is like a superpower. And well, yeah, hope you get to learning, dude. Um, See you guys next time. Bye bye.